guys, so for this week's speech, or actually the fourth and last speech, I decided to do my persuasive essay, or actually my speech, I don't know why I said essay, on nutrition. And the reason why I decided to do it on nutrition is I actually kind of had really, really bad nutrition and was having some issues with my digestion as I got a little bit older. And I know everyone says it though, when you eat healthier, you feel better, but you really do. And that's why I decided to kind of do my speech on persuading to eat healthier. And I'm not saying that I'm the poster girl for eating super healthy or anything like that. I just know that there's something that works for everyone, and I found something that works for me. And maybe by giving you guys like a few tips on like a few different tips on like how to eat healthier and how it to be funner, just to try things out, maybe that will persuade you to eat a little bit healthier. And so the three things, so there were three different things that I was going to kind of give you tips on, but the first thing is I was going to kind of tell you about why I decided to start eating healthy. So I've always had bad eating habits, always. From when I was young, I was the type of family always at fast food, always at restaurants. Home cooked meals were very rare, if ever, usually, maybe once a week, truthfully speaking. And then when I became 16 and I got a driver's license and I was working, it got worse. So I definitely had more money at that point to spend on food. I was going to Chipotle a lot, and I wasn't watching what I was eating at Chipotle. I'd get those ginormous burritos, and I'd be eating out at restaurants a lot with coworkers and whatnot. So my eating was very, very bad. I would say it was at its worst from 16 to 20. I would also say In-N-Out was my to-go place, especially at Cal Baptist. They have one right down the street. So it was not good. So once I hit 20, I noticed that food was affecting me a lot more. I've always been into working out. I've always been running, a runner, always into that. So I decided, I was like, I'll just try, upping my running, maybe because I heard cardio helps digestion. So I'm like, I'll just up my running some more, see if it helps. It wasn't really helping, so I decided to make little steps into my eating habits, and I noticed myself definitely feeling better. So that is my reasoning behind why I decided to kind of have a better lifestyle with eating. And my first tip I would say is that every diet is different for every person, because the way I eat works for me. I've tried being vegetarian. It didn't work for me. My body, I felt like, needed meat. And so I would say that try different diets out, or not so much diets, lifestyles. Try different types of things out. Maybe try cutting carbs out completely and go on a no carb diet, which never worked for me, but it could work for you. Or maybe try, cutting a certain meat out, or make small steps to begin, because I know that with food, it's never easy to kind of start out. So that would be my first tip. Just try different recipes out. Maybe Google something, YouTube, watch. There's tons of ways to get new recipes now. And my second tip is just to know your body. Know what would be good for your body. You need to know body types, calorie intakes. I would say that nutrition is all about still eating well. And I say that don't cut down on your eating by any means. Just eat better quality foods. I I've always heard that with a lot of people, that they almost just, they're like, oh, I'm going on 1100 calorie day a diet. And maybe that's not necessarily the best for everyone. Some people do need 200,000, or not 200,000, 2,000 calories a day. It just depends on what quality of calories you're getting. So then that leads me to the third tip into persuading you all to eat healthier, is that maybe, and I'm not saying that people watching this video that don't eat healthy. I'm sure that there are a bunch of people that eat healthy. I'm just saying, for maybe some people struggling and wanting to eat healthier, maybe these tips will help them and persuade them. And that's all about what my speech is about, persuading y'all. And so my third tip is good quality food. And I know that this is always kind of a tough one, because I've been to Whole Foods. I know that they're so pricey, and that for the average, probably maybe a person with 2 kids, they could not, that is not doable. It is just way too overpriced. So I would definitely say that I've noticed places like Stater Brothers, Vaughn's, and Walmart a little bit that they're putting more organic things into their foods, and they have a little bit more health conscious ingredients. So I would just say pay attention to ingredients. I know that Trader Joe's is a little bit in the middle. I know I always go to Trader Joe's and it's kind of that it's not that expensive. It's still not the cheapest. Walmart's way cheaper, but it's still not that overbearing kind of price. So I think that that would maybe be a tip. So maybe try Trader Joe's out, a few things there, or just like stay conscious at your local store. And there's always like I always say that some brands will say that they're from local farms, and I those are always the best to go with in my opinion. They always taste the best. And that was my video for the last video of the semester. So I hope it helped you guys and maybe persuaded you a bit.